You saw it with Amazon, where Amazon's been making a big one-day push, 40% higher likelihood of throughput, of more purchasing if you can get it with free 2-day shipping. This seems like a pretty big deal. Walmart doesn't have like multiple delivery partners. They have one delivery partner called Deliverr. We spoke about Walmart yesterday, and they had a big beat on earnings. And we were talking about their marketplace growth, having added 10 million products in the past 9 months, 9.5 million of which came from third-party sellers. So we wanted to go a little bit deeper into some new materials that they published around their free 2-day delivery program for third-party sellers. And so clearly, as a part of that push, you saw it with Amazon, where Amazon's been making a big one-day push. Walmart catching up, losing $1 billion a year in e-commerce, particularly for their investments in infrastructure. So you can see here where they're now providing a deeper dive on what it means if you are a seller to participate in their 2-day shipping program. So here they show by vertical. So home improvement goods having the biggest boost in basically what they say here, up to a 40% increase in GMV. So you're going to have a 40% higher likelihood of throughput, of more purchasing if you can get it with free 2-day shipping. Sporting goods, video games. That's interesting. I don't know how many people are buying video games digitally. Toys. At the end is automotive. I don't really know why they would have put automotive on the chart. Electronics is kind of interesting that's towards the end here.
For automotive, it's probably auto parts, if I had to guess, not like they're shipping actual cars today.
Yeah, I guess. Never know. I mean, you'd think, I don't know, auto parts would be a better name. I don't know. Anyway, interesting how they just break out like men's apparel versus women's apparel, and the different categories here. Outdoor. The nice thing about this is you can basically see what's resonating the most with their customer base. I wouldn't necessarily like home improvements. Very interesting, especially given yesterday's news that Home Depot had a pretty big miss on earnings. They dragged down the Dow a good amount. Meanwhile, this is by far their largest growth category is home improvement. So that it's pretty impressive to see. Basically here, if you do participate in 2-day shipping, you get a 36% chance of winning the buy box. So, right, all third-party sellers are competing for the buy box, which is
36% more likely.
Yes.
So it improves your chance of winning the buy box in terms of how they weighted in their algorithm. Amazon does the same thing with Prime shipping, I believe.
What's really cool here is they break this down into different regions. So they have 140 different sub-regions. So if I'm a small business and I'm selling products on Walmart, that doesn't mean that I need to now be able to provide 2-day shipping coverage nationally if I'm based in California, if I'm based in New York or the middle of the country. So now you can go on and you can pick what region you want to agree to provide 2-day shipping. And basically you're going to see a bigger boost in sales and all these kinds of things. Let's go a level deeper into this. And you can actually, now this is actually their kind of FAQs on how to sign up and this kind of stuff. Here are so you can have 2 models to do 2-day shipping. Seller managed, where you are either, managing your own warehouse and managing your own fulfillment, or you're using another, fulfillment network. And basically you need to agree to have greater than 95% on-time shipping, delivery, tracking, so you can show that to the customer, and low cancellations, offer a generous return policy, have a minimum amount of participation, be a seller for 90 days, or have a minimum of 100 orders. Those actually aren't very high bars. If you need to do 100 orders or be a seller for 90 days. That's not an and statement.
Amazon has a similar program they call Seller Fulfilled Prime, and I believe the requirements for that are a little bit more stringent in terms of who can offer it, but it's the same idea where basically you can ship within 2 days and we trust you can do it basically as good or close enough as good as Prime that will let you put the little Prime sticker on your thing.
Yep. Now, that's the seller managed option. So that's saying, hey, I'm going to take responsibility. I have, my own thing figured out, whether I do it myself or I have a partner, right? Now, here's what's interesting. If you don't have that, you can then use their delivery partner called Deliverr. with 2 R's. And now you don't need any of those minimum requirements because they have vetted out this partner called Deliverr. So this seems like a pretty big deal. Walmart is basically saying that Walmart doesn't have like multiple delivery partners. They have one delivery partner called Deliverr.
Right. It's a startup that basically does what I would call fulfillment by Amazon type service, but as a service. And I know Walmart had been trialing this kind of stuff for a while with Deliverr, and then it's basically rolled this out nationally as a program. And yeah, rather than doing it themselves and basically having this be a service that sits on their balance sheet the way Amazon does it, they partnered with this company.
Yeah. Now let's look at this Deliverr company. They've raised $30 million in funding. And you'd think, oh, well, I bet Walmart put money into Deliverr if they're now kind of like the third-party shipping option. You'd think that would make sense. That's not the case. They have 4 investors, 2 of which are institutional. The early one is actually 8VC. 8VC is a VC firm founded by a guy named Joe Lonsdale. Joe has started a Palantir with Peter Thiel. That's probably one of his biggest claims to fame, but a number of other businesses. The guy understands marketplaces very, very well. Clearly, so does Peter. And then you say, okay, well, I don't know. You know, in my mind, there's got to be some kind of like preferred connection with Walmart and what's going on. Now, 8VC has senior advisors. One of the senior advisors is this guy, Chris Soltemeyer, who used to be EVP of logistics at Walmart. And so this guy has left Walmart and he was running all of their logistics and fulfillment stuff. So now this makes a lot more sense to me. You also have former chief commercial officer of UPS over here, but still this Walmart connection. I bet this guy helped really, not to say that Deliverr doesn't have the expertise or doesn't deserve the business from Walmart, but I guarantee this guy, Chris, really helped thread the needle with Walmart, getting them into Walmart, navigating Walmart, figuring out how to set this up with Walmart.
Yeah, you got to get the introduction, then you got to earn the business, and I'm sure that relationship helps.
Yeah, absolutely. Hi, this is Alex from Winner Take All. Thanks for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the content. Feel free to leave a comment, ask us questions, and definitely make sure to join us on our next live stream.